things I want to say first. I got like confirmation that I didn't offend the person which I was talking about. So again, I'm very sorry for that. Um, I'm sorry for like uh, saying that, but also thank you for not being offended. I didn't mean it, like I said. But also, if there, and also to anyone who, other people who watches my videos and wants to like say something like if you're a YouTuber or anything really, you don't want to like have a long conversation in the comments, you can join me on my Discord server, which I will leave in the link in the description. It ain't a good one. It's just kind of like have like talk where I can talk and questions. That's basically it. I don't really have much, so that's basically it about that. But I haven't really had a fully Discord server started yet. I have a few things I need to fix, and I haven't really gone on it for a very long time ago. Very long. I'm on it right now, and the only things that I actually put into it was questions and ideas, like questions for me, like the of like what ifs or of to myself, um, or and the ideas for like ideas for what ifs or anything. So yeah, but I will leave that in the description. It ain't good, but I will make like a kind of like a um, I guess private talk. Um, so yeah, I have like I've made a kind of a private one as well, just to like have if you want to talk to me in private, I will add you to that private's um, voice chat voice channel, and then after we're done talking, I will kick you out and or of that so that you can't join again, basically, so that it will stay private and like if you want to talk to me about a long conversation and a bit more private, I guess. So that's basically what I've done with the server. So as far as this goes, so yeah, and the general is kind of just like things, random things, really. But also, there are some rules, of course. No like sexual stuff. No like, I guess you could say porn or anything. Not like things that like over 16. That's over 18 basically, or over 16. That's basically the max like age group that can, or not anyone can join, of course. But you can't like post a almost naked picture of someone there. That's I will delete that thing right away because I don't want to have it like that my server. But also, as I said, the server ain't good at all. So yeah. Um, I think it's basically it. I think I don't think I have more about to say. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I have more to say. Hmm. But yeah, that's basically it. I think about that. Um, again, I'm very sorry, and like I said, off like 1 minute ago or a few seconds ago. But yeah, I don't think I have more to talk about, so I guess I will just start. Also, like I said, this part will be a bit shorter because I have fairly busy today. Have to go like 3, and then I have then to like 4, I think. Then I have to eat. I have to go again, or I have to have something to do at 6, and which will take about, and then be there, and I have to be busy to then about 8 or 9. Ooh. So yeah. That's basically it, I think. So I guess we just start. um, so we last left off were basically where Bjorn or Zuko um, went to the woke up. The scientists put him in the room. He basically got explained of what everything like had happened, that he's in the future, that he was frozen for, or he didn't. They don't actually know how old he is. They just think he was frozen, like if he was at a quirk or something like that. They don't really know yet. That's why they're checking the axes and weapons. And also, I just want to say, I don't think I've showed you him. Showed you the things. This is basically he has this tattoo on his shoulder, and these are his weapons, basically. Um, this is basically a one-sided axe, two-sided axe, basically. I think maybe this is or this is the throwing axe, or I don't know which is a throwing axe. You can tell me in the comments. I don't know. You can choose for yourself, really. Which one is the throwing axe? One he throws, and then he goes and chops them, or basically fights them. um, but yeah. Also, last thing. Um, for the idea of what if Feminine Naruto was reincarnation of Killer Brain and 303 SPI, I searched them up, and the 303 SPI was, I think, loans, and Killer Brain was like, it said just sociopath, like the brain of a sociopath or the brain of a killer, something like that. So I couldn't find anything on the internet, at least. Uh, I didn't. I tried at least to find some information of the thing you thought of, but like, please give me like I said, if you want this, that, what if, you will probably have to give me information of both of them, because I don't know anything about them, because I couldn't find any information about them. So, or the specific thing you maybe think of, because as of right now, it's just like Fem Naruto was a reincarnation of a killer and a person who had loans, or something like that. So, and that isn't very good. What if, I think, at least, but it's just what I found on the internet. But of course, if you give me the like information about them, or where I can find information about them, it can be a good what if. I'll admit that. But as of right now, it doesn't seem like I will do it, just because I can't find any information about them and I don't know anything about them. So that's basically it. So yeah, I don't fully have more to say. So I guess we just jump right into it. Like I said, where we last left off was basically Izuku, or Bjorn, was told about everything, or not everything, but like where he is, what happened to him, at least where they found him, or stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry, tired. So yeah, starting. Mm. Now, basically, Izuku, or Bjorn, he basically sleeps and he stays there for about 5 or 3 to 4, about a week or so. And by this time they have and the last day that he's promised to stay, or that he has to stay, and then he can go. He basically can go. He basically goes, or no, they found out how old these things are, which is basically thousands of years back. Because I'm gonna say that My Hero Academia universe is a bit farther in the future, like in the 4000s. I know that's probably not what any other it would actually be. So, but I'm gonna say that it happens. It is in the 4000, because I think the Vikings was about like zero or something, or farther behind zero, year zero, and to like 1,000. I think. I'm not sure, but I think. Now continuing. Um, so when they find out, the scientists are amazed that he survived in that block of ice, in in thousands of years. So and they think that that he is basically over 5,000 years old, or over 4,000 years old, or about 4,000 years old, which is fairly old. Like people in this era, like quirk era, has quirks that makes them live longer, like hundreds of years longer, or 1,000, not thousands, like just a few hundred years older they can get, or they get, or slows their rate of age. So they're very like, you could say, like they're ugh, weirded out that he lived for so long and without a quirk. But because he doesn't have a single quirk, everything he has is raw muscle. And he, like I said, looks just like this in the picture. Um, so on the last day that he is promised that or the day he was told he can leave, they come in and say, "Well, we have some things to tell you." So then they basically tell him about that he is for over 4,000 years in the future or so. Rest, rough 4,000 years old, 4,000 years in the future, and you have been frozen in the ice for over maybe about 4,000 years old, 4,000 years, and basically explains about everything, the store, history, and everything, in English, of course. And that's when basically they call as well, and the person who speaks English to him, that he trusts more than the other scientist. Basically, the scientist that he first interacted with, because he found out, or Izuku or Bjorn uh, saw him as a neutral friend, that a neutral ally. Like, you don't attack him, he don't attack you. He attacked me, I attack back. Basically that kind of thing. So that scientist calls Nezu to ask if he can come to try and talk to a Viking. That's basically what he does. Nezu comes with a plane from Japan. I see that I'm talking lower than yesterday, so turn that up a bit. Now, then Nezu comes down to the Scandinavian, because I'm gonna say in the future, like in the My Hero Academia universe, like in 4,000 years, they like every single place that is a Scandinavian, like Norway, Denmark, Sweden, and I, I think I think there's only three, if there are more. I don't know, maybe Finland. I think is also is a part of it, and uh, Iceland as well. I think, yeah, Iceland as well. I think, yeah. Basically, all of Scandinavia became like kind of like one country. The Scandinavia, basically, it's a country name now. So they all go to the Nez goes to Scandinavia, whichever place really you can think of in Scandinavia, and he goes there, and Nezu says, "Well, what kind of Viking language does he speak? Because there are only a few Viking languages I know, not a lot of them, because a lot of them was lost in time. So, well, you can hear him yourself. And that scientist, one of the scientists, basically puts on a recording of a conversation. The scientist, one of the scientists that I said Zuko trusted most, had a conversation between, he and Bjorn tried to, where Bjorn tried to teach the scientist or Deku. So yeah, and Nessie says, well, it's one of the oldest Viking languages I know, or I think the oldest actually. So, or one of the oldest that we know actually. So the rest of them have been lost in time. So, yeah, I can speak that language, just like a few words. Not, I can know lots of the words, but not all of them. So I can speak. I can't speak it um, fully, but I can try. Thank you, Nizu. So that's when basically the scientist, or let's call him Jeff, just because Jeff basically is the person Bjorn trusts. That's basically it. So Jeff basically says to Bjorn that he is a visitor, um, a principal from a school and smartest person alive, a smartest creature alive. So that's when basically Nezu walks in with Jeff, and Bjorn is very surprised that he sees a giant mouse, rat, bear thing. So he kind of just, what are you? In English, of course, because by now he is known, like, all of them speak English and not the old language. That's when basically Nezu begins to speak in his language. And Zuko, or Bjorn, is very surprised. Oh, and also, Bjorn and if I say Bjorn or Izuku or Deku, it's basically the same person. So they talk and talk. Like I said, Nezu begins to talk in his language. Izuku or Bjorn is surprised but talks back in his language. They begin to talk like, and Nezu begins to explain about everything, but Nezu has been informed about everything, like how old he is, and stuff like that he was in ice and survived in ice and everything. And Nezu basically explains about everything that has gone through everything, because he doesn't know enough English to like know the full story. So yeah. And as it explains about quirks and society now and everything. So, and Nezu brings him if he wants to become a teacher, or hand-to-hand combat teacher, or like a fighting teacher, or a combat teacher, and a historian teacher about Vikings and the old times. Basically that, because now nearly no books at all are left of like the Nordics, like, and of the Vikings or anything. There are very little information about Vikings other than their language that was in the databases that Nezu got access to. Everyone has access to it, of course, but he learned all of those languages that that they could find of the Vikings. So yeah, that's basically what he does. He thinks about it a bit, and or Bjorn's answer, and he says, well, can at least see your warriors to see how strong they are. If they are not strong enough, then I will teach him a little. The ones who can't or aren't strong enough, I'll teach him enough to train on their own to be strong enough. But those who are strong enough, who I think is worthy, I will train myself. What about the teacher job then? Teachers were people who teach or give knowledge to other people, right? Yes, that is correct. Well, I guess I can tell some stories about the old times. Alright then. But, on a few conditions. Alright, then what is that? I will keep my weapons. That is fine. And my clothes. Because these are my clothes, and I don't want your puny new weird clothes. That's fine, but, sometimes, well, we can't do much about it sometimes, like meetings with, you could say, parents, or the or the people who take care of the children, or else they might think it is unsafe, and they don't that we don't care about the children's. So that is and that only happens like once a half of a year. So, like when the leaves begin to turn red, and when they come back, and when the leaves come back to green. Yes, basically those times when the leaves turn red, and when the leaves come back and turn green. It's only 2 times a year. Alright then. And also, I will keep my beard and hair and everything. Yeah, you can keep that. We don't have any power of that. Alright. Also, teach me some of those new words and words you have for the different things. Because I guess that they don't fully will understand what I'm talking about when I talk about winters and when the leaves turn red. Maybe that will be a bit easier to understand what if I learn about those new words. Well, that can be understandable. I can teach you about that. Alright then. Fine. I'll do it. Alright then. I guess we can just I can start to teach you about the words then. Yes. And also, please learn me a bit of English, I guess, or the foreign language that you speak, or the humans, or the other people speak. Yeah, that's probably because not many people know your language. I think maybe I'm one of the only people in the world who knows your language now. Yes. Alright then. When will we be leaving? We'll leave in a month. And in that month I will teach you about the English. Or English, and about the new words. Right then. We will start tomorrow. Goodbye, and have a great day. You too. And that's basically what happens. Izuku and Nezu begins to teach Izuku, or Bjorn, about English and about, like, history, a bit of math, a bit of everything really, and of course the language, like the words, like winter, summer, I forgot the words, other words. So yeah, that's basically it. Now we skip to 1 month, or I'm going to 25 minutes. I guess I can go to flurry. So I guess I won't make a shorter video because I thought I had less time that I actually had. So I'll just continue. Um, Now basically Azuku, they go to Japan, to UA, and this is like still 5 years before the other kids begins to show up. Yeah, 5 years before. So, and when he goes there, he begins to like teach, or you know what? I'm gonna say that they started. They have already started UA. They're like, they haven't done like this is before the USJ and everything, but they have done the like the hero versus villains, a little bit of hero training and everything. So yeah, that's basically it that they had done at normal school. So I know I changed a bit of the thing, but I just wanted to get right into it about that. So because I don't fully have more ideas for like after that, other than that he just learns about everything, and that doesn't really that I don't fully think he will do. Would want to know absolutely everything and become very smart. I don't think he would do that, at least in this. So basically, one day in class 1A, Asawa says, "Shut up, prom children. Today we have a new teacher and a new combat teacher that will teach you in combat and hand-to-hand combat. It will also be your history teacher about the old times, about like the year zero, before quarks and before technology. Now, let me sleep." And he goes to his sleeping bag. That's when basically they see this 214 centimeters tall man walking in with these clothes, and not with a helmet. I don't think he would have the helmet. I don't have a picture of him without a helmet, so yeah. So yeah, basically he walks like this with his axes like on his back. He has like holders on his back where he can put his axes. That's basically where he has them. Has them. Um, so he walks in and all the everyone in class 1A is like trembling. Other than Bakugo, of course, and a few other people are trembling because they see this giant man, more bigger and higher than All Might and Endeavor. So, and he says, "Silence. I'm your new combat teacher and history teacher. Today we'll have combat lessons. Get on your uniforms and go outside." That's basically what everyone does. And if you're wondering how he or how Azawa knew, it's because Nezu called Azawa about everything. So yeah, and Azawa and every single one of the teachers know about like him and how that he's a Viking and the story about him and everything. He tells, and on the way back to Japan, he told Nezu about stories about, you could say, the women he slept with, or and how many, because that was kind of like a bragging, like he bragged a lot of it because of it. So yeah. Um. Hmm. Just thinking. So we basically go to when or when they're there in the training place where they're gonna train. And this is basically where he sorry, went through my head. Um, but he basically began to say that they need to fight him one on one. So he goes through absolutely everyone, destroying them very easy, and he picks out a few that he sees as strong, and some who aren't. So yeah, and this is basically his mindset as of right now. Those who are strong, I will train. Those who are weak, they will train themselves. That's basically what he thinks. Like I said, um, this will be a bit longer part apparently. Now continuing, because I can't leave it off as of right here. It wouldn't make sense. So I will leave it off when or leave, or I'll talk about that later as well. Um, Basically, and he picks out a few people. He picks out Bakugo, and like the people. This is the people that is um, that is basically strong. I guess he thinks. And Eminetta is with also there and everything. So yeah. Um. So yeah, basically he picks out Katsuki or Bakugo, whatever you call them. Todoroki, Kirishima. He takes Tokiyami, trying to find some girls as well. However, there are actually not many girls in the class 1A actually. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls. I thought actually there were more, but no, actually. He picks also out Momo, not because she is she is strong, but because he sees that she has potential, and that basically potential, about that he can train her and bring out that potential, because he sees that she doesn't like he's not confident enough. Basically, he wants to make her confident. And that's basically those. I tried to find more girls, but I don't think he would pick any other girls really, because as I see as of right now, like one of the most strongest as of like the beginning of the anime is boys. So yeah, of course everyone is strong in their own things. It's just I don't think he would pick because he thinks girls and boys are the same. Of course, like the shield maidens, I think they're called. So, but yeah, beginning or continuing. Now, and he picks out these people and he says, "Those who I said the name of, stand beside me." And those he said the name of goes to him and stands beside him. He says, "Now, these are ones I think are the strongest and have the most potential about that I can train. The rest of you, I think, are too weak to be trained by me. So, I will give you short things that you need to train, and that you will train on your own. I'll give you a few tips, and that's it. About your quirks that you can do better. Now, you." And he goes basically through absolutely everyone that I didn't that I didn't say the name of. Basically goes and says what they need to improve and what they can do to improve, and that's basically it. He does, and that they need to build more muscle as well. They can't just rely on their quirks. So yeah, and that's when basically he goes back. Now, for the ones I saw as the most strongest, Well, I just really saw three or four of you as the strongest, but one I thought could be helped, I guess, with potential. So, Katsuki Bakugo, you're relying too much on your quirk. You need to build muscle, and you need to learn combat. And Todoroki, I don't care about your puny problems. No one here does. Other than maybe a few people, or yes, your friends. But you need to cut that F out. It doesn't matter here. Because I see you have fire, that you have a fire quirk as well. Use it. It doesn't matter if you got it from your father. It is yours. What is your name of your quirk again? Half cold and half fire. Like, yeah, I heard what Endeavor or Energy Todoroki's quirk name was. Hellflame, or whatever it is. Is Hellflame and half cold and half fire, half cold and half hot the same name or the same quirk? No, it ain't his quirk. It is your quirk. Basically, like, gives a more harder and harsher speech than in canon. And Tokiyami, I see you have great potential, very strong, I will admit that. But I see you rely on your quirk as well, very much as Kasi Bakugo here does. You train a bit more on your power or muscle. I see Bakugo has a bit more muscle than you, so you need to begin to train that as well. And with your quirk, train in a bit more darker places, not very light. Because if you train in dark places, you can train to control your quirk in darker places. Start with just like a few lights, and then just take them off one after one. And he basically goes through. I don't want that. Don't want to go through that because yeah. And I'll just go to Momo right away. And Momo Yarozu, I see that you have great potential. I will admit that as well. But you're lacking confidence. Confidence is key. And women are very strong. So, I'll train you the hardest. Or I will train you the most. As of right now, as I see, your quirk is about you make things. How do you make things? Well, I use body fat, so I have to eat a lot of sugar and stuff like that to create things, and I can't really create big things. So really just lacking in confidence, huh? Other than that, you know absolutely everything you can do. Yes. Have you ever tried to absorb the things you made again? No? Well then, make something. Just a tiny thing. The most smallest thing and the easiest thing you can make. Well, it's these Russian dolls. Alright then. Hold that in your hand. And think about what it is and basically what I know about your quirk is that you need to know everything, or what basically that. Think about all the thing you think about to make it, but instead of thinking that you will make it, think about absorbing it or destroying it. And she basically does this, and you can see that the Russian doll begins to go into her skin and absorb. And that's basically what happens. It gets absorbed. What? I did it. See? Train about this absorbing instead, for now. And I'll that what this means is that keep you don't need to eat as much. You need to eat, of course, as normal, but you don't need to eat because or need as much more because when you make something, you can sort it back and get back the things you lost to make it. So you need to train on that. And that's basically what they do. And that's where I'm gonna leave it off. This is 40 minutes, and I didn't think I would do it. I just thought I was gonna do 20 minutes, but it did double. So, I'm tired. I have done this a fairly long time. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this part. Like I said in the beginning of the video, check my Discord in the description if you want to talk to me. Say it in the questions tab or the question text thing, and ask if you want to talk to me in private or anything. If you have like a problem with one of my riffs, or if you have like if you're a YouTuber and you want to, and if I said something that you don't like if I said something bad about someone, you or anything, put put in the question tabs or general ID. Questions or general, not ideas, like at least. So yeah, that's basically it. And I will try to answer as much questions I can, because and the questions tab I will make like a whole YouTube video of like every week, every second week I will go to my Discord server and go through the list of questions, and I will make a video of me answering those questions. That's basically what I think about the question tabs. So that you won't know the questions right away, but you'll know them, yeah, later. And the ideas, I will talk about those also in the question video. So yeah, or another video. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. What I said in the beginning. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. And I'll see you or actually on Monday, or I don't know. I will see after next week. I don't know if I have time next week. I'm fairly busy. Like I said, a few parts that before, I'm fairly busy. At least this week and next week. So I don't know if I will make more videos. I don't know. It'll come when I have time, really. So hope you have a good day or a night whatever time zone you are in, and I'll see you on hopefully on Monday. Oh, and also, shout out. I forgot to do this as well. This is a clip. I was just done with the last. I just forgot to do this, and I'm very sorry. And shout out to Ebu B Ofia. I think it is. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's basically the person where I said the last part about the basically the quirk thing. Because I'm very sorry for if I offended you, and I know that you didn't get offended. But yeah. Continue doing what you do. I like it. I haven't watched every single one of them. I've watched a few of them. I like the first parts. It's pretty good. I will say that. And I know how hard it is of writing absolutely everything. My second video on my channel was about that. Texan story, and it was so freaking hard and boring. I'm gonna say that. So credit to you for actually doing it, because I had to write absolutely everything, and English isn't my original language, so my autocorrected the words, English words, into my language, so it was very irritating. So again, shout out to him. Um, he has 10 subscribers, and yeah, like I said, shout out. I guess apology for the thing I said. I know I didn't really need to. It's just, yeah, I wanted to really as a sorry. So yeah, um, I don't really have much more to talk about. So I, like I said, before the cut, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.